Welcome back, guys. I'm Mellowseven. This is Football Manager 2018. We are back in our Journeyman save, coaching Lean in Oslo, Norway. Let's take a look, see how things have been going. Shorty feels the need to scratch and shake his collar there as well. He's excited. He wants to get going too. So, since last we met you, we had the draw against Finnsnes 1-all. I followed that up with what I told you was I thought going to be a loss, although it was a much closer loss than I expected. We did go down 2-1. Sveen got an injury. He got a goal early, 48, well, second half, 48th, and then got injured. And we put Mellowseven in, who didn't really do a whole lot for the rest of that match. Johans also picked up a little bit of an injury, lots of yellows. We played hard. We just didn't quite do it. But we followed that up with a win against From Larvik. This started kind of a stretch of teams that were in the bottom half, right? These were all kind of top half teams. These were all kind of bottom half teams at the time. So we followed that on. You can see Mellowseven, we left him in because of the injury to Sveen, and he picked up a brace, 52 and 85th minute. Defense played spectacular. Osthagen played very well. We need to figure out ways to try to get him more involved. He has been complaining about playing time, or he started complaining about playing time, but Dolly sorted him out. Dolly's been amazing as a captain here towards the end. He's actually managed to talk 3 players off the edge of creating problems. But he has played well off and on. Our defense played great. Notice here, Andreas Kolle, 9-0. Keep that in mind there. He was in for Dolly, actually. Did he get injured last one? I think maybe he picked up a small training knock, and so we just threw him in for that. And 2 for Mellowseven. Then we followed that up with a 2-1 win over Garud. Dolly back in, he got a goal, and Berg got a goal. So our midfield has been spectacular for us. Castrati got a 73 here. Rumors are that he's very unhappy at Garud and would like to move on. So Dolly 8.4, Adi Berg is 7.8. Mellowseven didn't get a goal, but played a 7. Bayrum, again, we're playing the lower half here. We followed up another win, 2-all. Dahir got a goal. Peter Sveen put him in, got him a goal. Trying to rotate those guys a little bit. Oftentimes it's just at halftime. If one's not playing well, I'll put the other. That was the case here. Mellowseven wasn't doing anything. We threw Sveen in, and he managed to get a final goal for us. We were up 1-0 as it was. Carlisle, tough game, but Dahir picked up his goal on a set piece as usual, as he only gets them. Dolly again, 8.2. Adiberg, not as good that one, with a 6.7. And we've gone back to Carlson back here, who we signed in the offseason to play there. Folo, 2-all. Grieve Monson got a goal. Mellowseven got a goal. You can see Monson played spectacular, but again, that was partly the goal. Mellowseven picked up a little bit of a knock. But we left him in. It was towards the very end. And he played a 7.2. Solberg hasn't been spectacular for us. I don't think he's played. Well, he got a 7.7 there, 6.9 there, 6.8 there. So he hasn't. Today's garbage day, and people are bringing their garbage cans back in, and Shorty hates the garbage cans. So give me a second. All right, we're back, I think. We'll see. Somebody was a bad dog, but hopefully he'll be quiet for a little bit here. I completely lost where we were. Let's see. We did that. We played well. Yay. In theory, we're up to the game here against Nybergson. Originally, this was going to be a game that, originally I was probably going to show you this game, but I just forgot. I was on a roll. I was playing well, so we moved on. I thought, well, you've seen us lose enough. I thought maybe we try to hold off and maybe do the derby here against Oslo, against the YMCA club here. So I decided to hold off. We played this one, and we didn't play well. The difference is right here, Rune 6-1 missed the penalty shot in the 83rd minute. And that was it. That would have given us the winner. Johansson, again, we've got him in 7.1. He's played great for us. Let me show you why he's in it. Solberg had a good match there as well. So if we go here, you will see that Johansson, I threw in chances per 90, and this has dropped. He was at a 1 for a while, and it stayed at a 1 for a little while. This last match, it finally dropped to a 0.67. He did not get us a chance, apparently, in that last game. The other person that we've been running in, that we subbed in, was Cole, because he had a 1.2. Now it's dropped to a 1.4, but you can still see he's got an average rating of 7.33 for us, 7.16 over the last 5. And Johansson, 7.27 and 7.02 over the last 5. So he's played great. Ostegen hasn't been bad for us, 6.66 over there. He's apparently Satan. He has dropped off a little bit since that previous match. He hasn't had a lot of time, though. He is out this time because I am actually going to run a goalkeeper on the bench because A-Team does have a little knock. Medical report said he's fine. I don't need to monitor him or anything like that. But just in case, we're going to put a goalie on the bench for this match. Otherwise, let's see. I'm trying to get Sveen going. 2 goals in 3 matches versus 4 goals in 10. Pretty even. 705, 708. No real difference there. He doesn't have any key headers. He doesn't have any key passes. That's essentially what Helmaseth does, is he brings other people in. And if we take a look at Sveen here, though, we'll see that his shots on target are 56%. That has dropped considerably. He did not play well last match. He had shots. He just missed them all. But his passing's 88%. So when he does pass, he does okay. And if we take a look at Helmaseth, his shots on target is 50% now, passing 80%. So they're pretty equal all told. Sveen didn't play well last match, but it was against a really good team. So I'm going to give him a chance against a poor team and see if it kind of balances out. Because Helmaseth played for most of that stretch. With the bad teams, I think, or with our run, let's see, Helmaseth, Sveen, and Helmaseth. Yeah, so we're going to give Sveen a chance here with a not spectacular team. Let's see if I have saved this game recently. 1208. Yes. You know what? Close enough. We're not going to lose too much. I think that was just before I started talking. Fingers crossed that's what happened. You know what? I haven't looked at the stat pack. Let's take a look at it, see what it shows. League games since. Since what? Is this all time? So us versus them? We're 1-3. Oh, we've got 1 win, 7 defeats. Apparently they've won 3 times despite scoring no goals. Clearly this is broke. I'm not sure what it's supposed to mean, but we allowed 3 and scored 1, but have 1 wins and 7 defeats. They've got 3 wins and 1 defeat, but no goals. Okay. Against the top half of the table, neither of us has won. Against the bottom half of the table, this is where we're doing well. And when we score first, we win. Only against the bottom of the table, though. Against the top half, we've had 4 draws, 2 losses. There, the reverse, 2 and 4. And then across the bottom half, again, we've won 1. They've had 2 draws, 2 losses. This is the difference right here, is neither of us is winning the games against the top half, but we are beating the teams that we should beat at the bottom half. And when allowing a goal first, we don't win. We've had 1 draw and 2 losses. So not too shabby. If we score first, we do well. 5 wins, 3 draws. I think that works for us. I like the stat pack. I don't know what's going on here. League results this season. Oh, okay. So this is an 0-4 win. This is a 0-4 loss, it looks like. And we kind of work our way down. They've had 1-3-1. We've had 4 2-0s and a couple 0. Oh, interesting. So are you on this side or are you on this side? And we're both pretty well right in the middle. They've had the big win and the big loss. We've played pretty well contained. Our biggest loss looks like this is this 0-2 match. So I like that too. Goals, Helmaseth has 4. They've got 2 for Diof. Lingset has 1 assist. Dolly has 5. Shots on target, Helmaseth, and shots. So, okay, it's very, very oriented to your strikers for this player stats thing here. That's okay. So let's go ahead and go to team selection. Pretty neat deal. I like that, actually. I think I looked at it once in beta and forgot about it. We made a little bit of changes here in the middle. You can kind of see how we adjust those things as we go. We are running Johansson here because he's just been spectacular. He does not have the relationship here, whereas we go back to Carlson. Is that where Carlson's supposed to play? Well, we did have it with Carlson. There we go. Now it shows up. I don't know. We're going to go back to Johansson because he's playing a 7-2-7. So let's hit submit team. He's still missing some match sharpness despite getting the last couple games, and that's fine. We'll just keep playing him. We'll see how it goes. I had adjusted the audio volume, but it did come up a little bit louder than I expected there. So that's us, that's them. They play obviously a little bit more offensive. I forgot to select I think we're still on our control. It shows us as counter there, but I think we're on the control, so we should go to control right away. Assistant, give that one. In talk, let's go ahead and see what happens. No, it has us on counter. Nope, there we go. Now it goes to control. No, still there. I'm going to move us to control. I think we should win this one. The last match we were on counter, actually, for our play match, or for our match tactic, whatever it's called. Sven comes across. Oh, and then he misses it. We give him the chance just so he has those opportunities, and he does not make the most of that first one. Anyway, we were playing our control. Oh, Bergman makes a great save. Who was that right there? Rune was right on top of it. I think it's fair to say that so far, in the first 4 minutes, we've been better. We put some real pressure on him, which we need to do because we've discovered that we have to play hard. And Solberg has picked up a lower leg injury. I think we should probably sub him out. Valoy or Ingebrigtsen. We're going to give Ingebrigtsen a chance here. We're going to give him a chance. We need to find him some play time. He is a decent player. They were telling us that we needed to re-sign him. Now they're saying don't re-sign him. He is one of the players that had been showing that he wanted some more time. He's one of the players that Dolly talked down. Nothing's happened since then. We had that first couple minute worth of pressure. And nothing. No shots. We have been putting up shots even if we... You know what we're going to do? At halftime, we're going to swap Dolly out for Cole. Dolly's not playing well for us this match. We're not going to see Sven do a whole lot. And now Berg's injured. See, can we get him to half? I take it back. We'll swap Berg out. He hasn't played great either. But he's injured, so we'll swap him out for Cole. A lot of injuries in this one. We've had 2 injuries, and they've lost a player to injury as well. To a more serious injury. But neither of us is doing anything. Dressing room, I think we're going to go assertive and... I don't know that we have been the better team. Get revenge? Okay, they like that. All right, tactics-wise, let's go ahead. We're going to take Berg out. We're going to put Coley in. And he does like to be up there, so we're going to give that a try. Sven has not played well for us. I don't know how much of it's him and how much of it's just not us getting the support he needs. They're playing a little bit more offensive, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop us to counter. Hopefully that will suck them in a little bit, and then we'll go out from there. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm not going to make any other changes. Let's see what happens here. We've had one clear-cut chance that we missed on. The problem with taking Dolly out in a close match like this is it might come down to a set piece. And we really want that. Johansson's played just terribly as well. I talk him all up, and this is the game where he comes crashing down on us. So we might have to put Carlson back in. We'll give it to maybe 70 minutes, and I don't want to use our subs too early. Oh, we got lucky that went wide because we missed that completely. Oh my gosh. Now, we are away. Shorty wants to be the star of this one as he tries to make noise back there. But, you know, they're not a good team. We've seen that. They haven't played well. Are we going to be the first top 5 team that they get a win against? Or don't get a loss against, as the case may be? Grieve gets another yellow. He and Sveen are both on their last yellow. Thought somebody else was too. Maybe not. Maybe we get forgiveness if we don't get one in a while. Because I think Solberg was on his as well. I was going to swap him, but nothing's happened. Okay. Does it come down to that set piece? Not happy. We should have won that. I tried to give you this game so you'd see a win, and we did not even try. 6 shots is all, 1 on target, 20 fouls, only 49% possession. I'm not really worried about that so much, but 20 fouls and only 6 shots is pretty horrendous. We didn't play well. I mean, that's just all there is to it. We're going to give it to the team this time. We're going to go passionate. I'm happy? No. Passionate, you were not good enough. We should have destroyed them. And that's really, really disappointing here coming into the break. We've got one more match before the break, and yeah, I'm not thrilled with that. Should have won that match. See how the rest of it goes. It's the curse of the camera, right? When the camera's on, this team just, that extra little bit of pressure is all it takes, apparently. Like, oh my God, this one's going up on YouTube. Oh, what's going on? I can't play. Well, I think Sveen and Johansson have both kind of, as we got them more game time, I expected Johansson's stats to start to drop. Berg's out, that's fine. Solberg's injured for a couple days. Yep. I think we go here. Next match, Monson's out, so that's okay. Ingebrigtsen goes in there. Adi comes out. We put Cole in for that. Solberg will be back in 3 days. He'll be back in 3 days, and we make a swap here as well. Oosthagen comes in. I guess it doesn't matter which one we're going to put in. They're both going to be out. And I think we put Carlson back in for Johansson. After that just horrible game. And so this is closer to our starting lineup, with the exception of Coley being in for Odd. Well, I take it back. We got 2 players out. We've got Matson and Andreas in. So, but Cole's played great. I got no real issues with him. He's still creating a chance per 90. Average rating is 7.14. 3 assists for a 1.5 star. This just shows you that you can't get too caught up on the star rating. He's got good acceleration. He makes good decisions. He's got some vision. He passes well, and he's got good first touch. I mean, that right there, that'll get you a long ways. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at overall right now. We're not quite to the November 1st that I played my little experiment with, but let's take a look, see where we're at. Competitions, with 1 game to play till the halfway point. We have, obviously we're not catching Nyberg soon because they've still got a match in hand. Poors, not going to catch us either. So we're solidly in 5th place right now. 5th place, 12 games played. We've got 5 wins, 5 draws, and only 2 losses. Super happy with that for the most part. You can see we're up there. We're right where we're supposed to be. Top half. I'm fine with that. I said we had to get essentially a win every other match to be where we need to be. So after 12 matches, we need the equivalent of 6 wins worth of points. 5 wins there. 6 times 3 would be what, 18? We're there, 20 points. So 5 wins and 5 draws has got us slightly ahead. But if we had 18, that would still have left us in 5th, potentially 6th, depending on how Poors does in their match. But I think we're fine there. League expectations are okay. So let's go ahead. Take a look at dynamics real fast as well, as long as we're here. Match cohesion is very good. That's been coming up great. We did practice that for quite a while. Locker room atmosphere is excellent, although it has dropped a little bit after that last couple draws. We haven't been as good as we were. And my leadership support, oddly enough, has dropped a little bit, but that's fine. Is what it is. Hierarchy, you can see that I have 2 players that support me. Only 1 opposes me, down from the, Carlson is the one that opposes me? I brought him in and have played him. I don't know. Don't know. Anyway, down from the 14 or 16 players that opposed us early on. Social groups wise, everybody except Carlson has found a social group. So you can see Cole, who we brought up from the youth team, he's found a spot in here. And who else did we bring in? Carlisle, Herksdale, Solberg. Solberg found his spot in Korg in the main social group. So we've done okay for there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save this one, and then I'm going to load the experiment where we played through November 1st. So 13 matches, one more than we played right now. And we'll take a look to see kind of how we matched up against what they did. All right, so we are back in that alternate universe where I resigned at the beginning of our preseason. I did not think about this before the preseason started, so we did have they did start with the same injury we started with to whatever his name is, defensive fullback that I was just complaining about. I just subbed back in. Anyway, whatever his name was, we'll find out here in just a second. Players, senior squad. Carlson. Was it Carlson? No, it was Solberg. I think it was Solberg that we had the injury to at the beginning. He had the long-term injury at the beginning of the season. So let's take a look to see. Let's back up one here. Overview. I guess we can look at competitions. Senior squad. So at 13 games, they find themselves in the drop zone here. 13 games played, only 2 wins, 6 draws, 5 losses, -5 goal differential. So, you know, they're in games. They're just unable to win them, which is what we've seen consistently with this team. And only 12 points. So Nyberg's son, oddly enough, is right where they are in our match as well. What are they, 3rd or 4th? They're a couple points ahead of us. Oslo, though, has seen a huge swap. They were, 11th going into our match, and they're in 2nd here. So that's a team that you know, cookie crumbles just a slightly different way. They could be either place. And I want to say Gorud's towards the bottom of us as well. Folo was, I think, 11th. Interesting. I mean, we're seeing a lot of difference between this and ours. But he couldn't quite overcome that. Let's see if we go to where head coaches. We can see here that after I resigned, they brought in Raymond Mickelson. He was hired on the 2nd, or on the 12th, excuse me, and fired July 14th. So he played 152 games, or 52 days, was sacked, in and out already. They've hired Brett Inga Johnson as the next coach. Interim, he was the assistant, I believe. Man management's okay, motivating's okay. Player ability's pretty poor. Let's go ahead and take a look at Mickelson. Again, not very good at judging players. Okay here. Tactical knowledge is okay. He's a decent coach, maybe not a good head coach for this level. Although, I mean, to be fair, it's not like I'm any great shakes. You know, I mean, my player knowledge is pretty horrible too. And my man management is 8. At least at this. It might be slightly better now because this is with me not coaching for 6 months. Anyway. But anyway, so that's how that's gone. Let's go ahead and take a look at how their transfers went. See what they did differently than us. So, in Cole, Solberg, Carlson. So they brought in Stolen and Vetley Hayen? I'm not sure how to say that one. It's too many vowels in one section. 23-year-old striker. Doesn't tell us anything about him. And we can see if he did well. And Hayen here. A goalkeeper. Okay. I mean, I'm running into problems with my backup with Rasmussen wanting to play. So maybe he had the same thing, felt he needed to bring somebody else in. Stolen here, their striker. 8 starts, 2 subs, no goals, no assists. He's on target more than not. His passing's pretty horrible. Not a good rating there. He's played well in non-competitive matches. So yeah, they haven't done spectacular. Let's come here, see. That's not the view we want. Let's just look at the Loki Doki view here. Has anybody been scoring goals for him? Helmseth has. A goal every other match, it looks like. And he's creating chances for them that he didn't create for us. Solberg has created chances as well. They're actually creating a lot more chances than we are. I wonder what formation he's been playing. But average rating is 713. Creating chances. Played well. Really. No complaints about that at all. He's done better for them than for us, that's for sure. Although shots on target 36%. So he's shooting better for us. He's creating better chances for them. So I'm not quite sure. Competition. Tactics. Senior squad. Oh, they show us what they've been playing. Okay, so they've been playing with an attacking midfielder. Maybe we should try that for our attacking thing. Do we want to try maybe playing a match where we move our defensive midfielder up? We haven't because we've got Monson, and he's just so good. I've been looking at squad DNA for another video. That's why all these views are this. I don't know why they're there when the views I've already switched it to and other saves have already swapped. But anyway, we've got Monson, and he's so good at it, although he's played horribly for them. 6.22 in the last 5. And, I mean, 9 and 12 isn't spectacular, but he's got good positioning. I don't know. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe that's how we get Coley in. Maybe we run Dolly up here. We run Coley and Berg back here. It's a thought. Anyway, that was just a quick experiment. I just kind of wanted to see how I was so frustrated, and I was like, is it me? Is it the team? I think it's the team. We've managed to overcome it to some extent. But it may be that we just had a lucky bounce and a win early that they didn't get. And you know how squad dynamics are. They snowball either better or worse. And when they snowball worse, we saw last season just how hard it is. In fact, we saw last season how bad the first half was, and then we were able to get a lucky win and reverse it. And all of a sudden, things got better once the dynamics worked themselves out. In fact, once we lost that stupid bitch about the locker room atmosphere, when there wasn't a problem beforehand. And maybe he ran into the same problems. New coach, and in fact, let's see, history, head coaches. Had he ever coached before? What's his history? Overview. That's not what I'm looking for. Number of club head coach. So he's been a year at one place and half a year at another. So he probably came in without the what's his reputation? There you go. It's a 1. Ours was lower than that, but he probably ran into that reputation lower than the majority of your players and just couldn't fight his way out of it. He ran into what we ran into last season. That's exactly what happened. So that's where this team is. They're just on the knife edge of being able to compete. And it looks like, judging from what we saw in the overall competitions window here, with the flop of some of these teams, that there's a lot of these teams in this level, in this division, that if they get a lucky bounce early, they could win it all, and if it goes against them, they could get relegated. We're all just that tightly contested. Is what it is. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed this experiment. Probably not much point in doing it the second half because they've got an interim head coach they've got to deal with. Completely different situation we have, so there's not much to be gained in the comparison. It's not an apples to apples comparison, although maybe this wasn't really fair either. But if this is the type of thing you're interested in seeing in the future, let me know. It was kind of fun to do. So anyway, thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down if you hated it. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Click the little bell icon if you want notifications, and we will see you next time. Cheers.